Hey everyone, and welcome! Are you ready to put that amazing brain of yours to the test? Well, you're in luck, because it is time for the Big Brain Pop Quiz. Get ready to flex those mental muscles.
Let's just dive right in, shall we? We've got two awesome rounds of questions about the world all around us. You can play along, write down your answers, or just shout them out. Let's see how you do.
And we are off. Round 1 is all about finding your way. We're going to explore how we use landmarks and routes to get around, in our neighborhoods and even in faraway places.
Okay, let's start with this one. What exactly is a landmark? Take a quick second to think. What makes a certain place or a building really stand out? And there it is. A landmark is any special feature that's just really easy to spot. It could be a super tall building, a cool statue, or maybe something with a bright color that just pops. It's like a giant signpost that nature or people put up for us.
All right, let's get a little more specific. Landmarks can be natural, which just means they weren't made by people. So can you think of 2 examples of natural landmarks? Go on, have a think.
How'd you do? To get it? If you thought of things like rivers, mountains, maybe a really big old tree or some giant rocks, you are absolutely right. These are landmarks made by nature itself. Great job! Okay, so if we have natural landmarks, it only makes sense that we also have man-made ones, right? This one might be a little bit easier. Can you think of 2 examples of landmarks that were built by people?
Yes! If you guess things like specific buildings, dams, statues, or famous monuments, you nailed it. This is a perfect example of how we shape the world around us. Fantastic!
All right, last question for round 1. Imagine you're giving someone directions. What are the 3 most important things you need to tell them so they don't get lost? Think carefully.
Okay, the 3 key things are, you got to tell them about the landmarks they'll see, give them the names of the roads, and, of course, tell them where to turn left or right. If you got that, you're officially a master navigator. And that's a wrap for round 1. You're doing great. Are you all warmed up? Because it is time for round 2. This round is all about needs and resources. Yep, the stuff we all need to live and the resources we use every single day. Let's go.
First up, let's talk about the absolute essentials. Can you name 5 basic needs that all humans need to survive and stay healthy? Think about what you use every single day.
Let's see how you did. The basic needs are food, water, shelter, clothing, healthcare, and energy. Hey, if you got any 5 of those, you're a genius. These are literally the building blocks of our lives. So we just mentioned shelter, but what's its most important job? It's more than just a roof over our heads. What does shelter really do for us? That's right, shelter is where we live and sleep, sure, but its #1 job is to protect us from the weather. The cold, the wind, the sun, and the rain. It's our own personal safe space. Now, to meet all our needs, we have to use resources. But did you know there are actually 3 different kinds of resources? Can you name them? The 3 types of resources are natural resources, which come from the earth, technological resources, which are things we've invented, and people as resources. That last one might surprise you. Okay, time for some examples. Let's see if you can name 2 natural resources and then name 2 technological resources. Take a second to think about it. Let's check those answers. For natural resources, you could have said things like soil, water, or minerals. For technological resources, we're talking about inventions like cars, computers, or factory machines. See the difference? One comes from nature, and the other is made by us. This next one is a real thinker. We said that people are a resource, but why? What is it about a person that makes them a resource? What do you think?
The answer is all about our skills. Think about it. We use a chef's skills to make delicious food, or a builder's skills to make our homes. Our special abilities are a super powerful resource.
We are almost at the finish line. This is your final challenge. First, what are services? And then, can you give an example for each of these 4 types? Health, education, transport, and waste removal. I know it's a big one, but give it your best shot.
Okay, let's break it down. Services are just things that governments and businesses provide to help the whole community. So for health, we have hospitals and doctors. For education, we have schools and teachers. For transport, we have roads and trains. And for waste removal, we have things like garbage collection. Awesome job if you got those right. And that's a wrap. You have completed the entire quiz. Fantastic work, Superbrains. We've learned all about how we find our way using landmarks, and about the essential needs and resources that we use every single day.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought. As you go about your day-to-day, keep your eyes open. What new landmarks will you spot? What resources will you see people using? Now that you know what to look for, you'll see them everywhere. Thanks for playing along.